Welcome back. The city wants to make sure that all business owners and nonprofits are aware of several revitalization opportunities currently available in Durham. The first involves the chance to develop a public-private partnership with the city through the Neighborhood Revitalization Fund program.
The Neighborhood Revitalization Fund program is a fund that is administered by the Office of Economic and Workforce Development. And what we're looking to do is to promote economic development activity in some of our more challenging areas that are located in the targeted neighborhood commercial development areas. That will help stimulate job creation as well as remove blighted buildings in the area.
The types of projects the city is looking for would be potentially transformative for those communities.
The city has funded projects, several different types of projects in the past. One of the projects was a restaurant located in northeast central Durham, which took a 5,000 square foot building and converted into a restaurant, internet cafe, and a grocery store. And essentially the community asked for retail services, and that particular project supported that request there. And then there was another project that was another blighted building in which we supported a business incubator, which now houses 10 to 15 incubators. And we also honored a special request, which was a independent school, which is going to support a daycare, and the daycare needed equipment, and we supported that request.
The city is also offering 2 grant opportunities to business owners. The merchandise-based retail incentive grant is specifically targeted for the downtown development tier and select neighborhoods inside the city limits.
The purpose of the merchandise retail incentive program is to assist business owners. Essentially, during this tough economic times, it's very difficult to bring retail service to the area. And one of the economic tools that the City of Durham offers is the merchandise-based incentive program, which offers a $15,000 incentive for a business owner to come in to bring a retail service.
Grant recipients are eligible to receive up to $15,000 in matching funds. The second grant being offered by the city is for building improvements.
The ultimate goal of the building improvement grant is to reduce vacancy, is to reduce blight, and to create jobs in the buildings that were once vacant, which would essentially strengthen the tax base. So essentially what we're looking to do is to create a public-private partnership between the City of Durham and the business owner to essentially take a building that's just standing or maybe been sitting for anywhere between 5 to 10 years to promote economic activity in that particular building.
This money must be spent on existing buildings that have vacant spaces in need of physical or system repairs in order to be used.
The building improvement grant is normally used for capital expenditures, and what I mean by capital expenditures is expenditures such as, you do demolition of your building, construction of walls, installation of plumbing, electrical systems, anything that's going to help prepare the building owner, sort of bring the building to a state where outside businesses or outside investors will be looking to rent a particular bay or parcel in the building.
To find out more about any of these opportunities, visit DurhamEconomicDevelopment.org. The city is continuing its commitment to helping provide more affordable housing in southwest central and northeast central Durham. To that end, the City Council approved the use of $250,000 in federal housing funds by Habitat for Humanity. The money will be used to buy or demolish a minimum of 8 properties located on Gunter Street, Moreland Avenue, Rosedale Avenue, and Kent Street. The properties will be developed with new energy-efficient homes and sold to first-time home buyers. The police department and many of Durham's neighborhoods are working together to fight back against crime.
Neighborhood Watch is a crime prevention program which enlists the active participation of the community members along with the local law enforcement to help reduce crime or remove crime from their neighborhoods. And it's very important to Durham because the police department can't do it alone. We answer calls, but we actually need eyes and ears from the community to help get us to where we need to be in our investigations and our responses.
In order to make such an effort happen, neighborhood or community representatives are needed to lead the way. That's why a workshop and training session for Neighborhood Watch coordinators and block captains was held on January 29th.
It's very important for block watch coordinators and block captains to take part in trainings annually or quarterly And it's all about the people to refresh their memories for the ones that are knowledgeable about the program, and also for the ones that haven't really learned about the program. It introduces them to active ways to help protect their neighborhood.
As part of the session, group representatives got to learn more about their roles in the organization, what should be expected from the neighborhood in general, and what can be expected from the police department.
Participants were able to meet their local police officers because they were present. We had the command staff in the audience. The crime prevention unit was there along with other units, the great unit, the heat teams, the chief of police. He gave the introduction, the welcoming statement, and it was just a great time for everybody to mix and mingle and ask questions if need be. Specific topics that were addressed during the training were 911 communications and ways to call in and what to expect when you dial 911 to report a crime or suspicious activity. We had a presentation through PowerPoint from Milan Woods, Neighborhood Watch Program coordinators. We've talked about dispute settlement through Human Relations Department. The PAC. The PAC stands for Partners Against Crime, and they were able to talk about their programs. The PAC facilitators were there, and it was just a great time for them to learn about the different entities that they can take part in to help improve neighborhood watch in their communities.
And even if your neighborhood doesn't have a problem with crime, it's probably not a bad idea to consider forming a neighborhood watch program to help make sure it stays that way.
Durham has great neighborhoods. There are neighborhoods that do not experience crime as either to a minimum or it's non-existent, but it's still important for them to have neighborhood watch programs because the program actually pulls neighborhoods together. It allows people to learn each other, learn what's normal and what's not normal in their communities. So when they see something that's not normal, they know to automatically call 911 and report it. It brings the community together to keep crime out, as well as keep them abreast of things that are going on inside their neighborhoods.
For more information about forming a neighborhood watch group in your community, visit durhampolice.com. Of course, forming a strong neighborhood takes residents of all ages. Find out how city employees help some local school children to plant roots in their community when City Hall This Week returns.
Even an Iraq vet like me who's in really good shape needs good health care, especially when it's top quality and convenient. And it's not just for men. In fact, aren't you a vet, Patricia?
Yeah, I served in the Air Force.
So why not come in today? When you check in, you'll get a full medical exam, first thing. Free for vets at the VA. So check us out and see you here.
Hi, I'm Chief Jose Lopez with the Durham Police Department. Everyone knows in times of an emergency to call 911. But what about during a non-emergency like these?
So you want to report a barking dog?
Loud music?
Call 560-4600. This 24/7 number was established by the Durham 911 Center for all non-emergency calls. Immediate threat to your life or property, call 911. And all other non-emergency calls?
560-4600.
Now you got it.
Welcome back. Durham's recent paper shredding and e-waste recycling event was a success. According to the Solid Waste Management Department, nearly 48 tons of items were collected at the January 22nd event. Nearly all types of electronic devices were accepted, as well as Christmas trees to be disposed of and papers to be shredded. Anyone who couldn't make the event can still recycle old electronics at the city's Household Hazardous Waste facility on East Club Boulevard. And finally, if you believe growing a strong community has to be a difficult process, think again. In this We Care segment, we introduce you to some elementary school kids, a handful of volunteers, and city employees who say it can be as simple as planting a tree.
Today, Neighborhood Improvement Services, along with Keep Durham Beautiful, work together as a team to come out to Eastway School to help plant trees with the students at Eastway School.
Today's tree planting event is one that I've dreamed of and have tried to fit into the budget so many times, but it just fell short, so it was a dream come true.
Today we planted 12 trees that were donated by Keep Durham Beautiful.
About 8 students from East Way participated, and about 8 members of our staff were out here as well in freezing cold weather.
We're here to help the students to know their value and the importance of tree planting, the environment, and to get the students involved, as well as some volunteer parents and volunteers from the community as well.
To me, it's kind of plain back here, so I thought if we had some beautiful trees, and can you imagine in the spring, the blossoms, and in the fall, the beautiful changing colors, I think it would just add a lot of beauty. I think our children would feel more at home coming in with such beauty.
It was so rewarding. We were so happy to give back to this community, to District 1 in Northeast Central Durham, as part of the NECD Livability Initiative, the Open Space and Trails Scheme.
They actually get a chance to participate. We talk about going green, but just actually being a part of the environment, I think it's a beautiful thing this morning.
I'd like to thank all the volunteers to help us out. We love them and appreciate what they do.
It's just rewarding to give to this community.
It means giving back, it means sharing, it means helping, it means reaching out, it means letting someone know that they care.
One of our goals is to care for every community and to make every community in the city of Durham a community of choice.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming out. NIS employees and all city employees have heart, they care, and that's one of the great things about working for the city of Durham. You get the opportunity to care, to give back, and we have these opportunities. We have volunteers just jumping for the opportunity to come and help this community, which is really wonderful.
They are some brave souls. We appreciate them, and I have already asked my people inside to make some hot coffee to show them how much we appreciate and love them this morning for donating and coming out and helping us plant and taking time to show my children how to do it.
And it's nice for the citizens to know that we at Durham, we're not just concerned about receiving a salary, we're concerned about giving back to the community and helping the community in any way we can.
That does it for this edition of City Hall This Week. Be sure and visit DTV8 on Facebook and Twitter to find out how you can tune into this show, City Life, and all the city's programming. You can also find us on demand on the city's website at durhamnc.gov/DTV8. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us for City Hall This Week.